This is Jeff Mucci with RCR Wireless News. We're at the 2011 Wireless Infrastructure Show, and we're going to spend a few minutes with Keith Kaczmarek, who is with Powerwave, VP GM of Global Wireless Solutions. Keith, good to see you again.
Thanks, Jeff. Glad to be here.
Yesterday, we recognized you, or Powerwave, as a winner of one of our Mobile Innovation Awards for Enterprise and Government Solutions. Can you tell us a little bit about the RMDU product and what it does?
Absolutely. Let me start with, I really do appreciate the opportunity to be on here with you and also being here at the Infrastructure Show. This is a great show and obviously very much represents our industry. To talk about the RMDU is a rapid deployment vehicle that we've created for military applications or even commercial applications where you need to get service capabilities out there quickly, whether it be wireless services or other type of sensors that the government might need. It's been really well received and we're really excited about it and really appreciate the fact that we've won this award. Thank you very much, Jeff.
Thank you. Can you talk a little bit about where it's being deployed, what parts of the world, and to the extent you can talk about it, what are some of the scenarios and the impact to the customer?
Yeah, I think the ideal scenario, and it's really been focused here in the United States so far. It's really been in those situations where there's a need from a rapid perspective, that there is the wireless coverage was lost, or there was a need because of a special situation that it had to be rolled out in those environments.
Okay. And Powerwave is a global company, public company based in California. One of the themes of this show has been in-building. Mm-hmm. Can you talk a little bit about Powerwave's in-building product line and then compare and contrast what you're seeing around the world with respect to in-building wireless?
Yeah, absolutely. As my title indicates, I'm a global wireless solutions, and wireless solutions from our perspective is indoor, outdoor, distributed antenna systems, complete solutions. Absolutely. If you look at where things are going and where things are today, indoor traffic is just growing all the time. 80+% traffic happens indoors. So subway systems, rail systems, airports everywhere, need to have wireless solutions in place. Here in the United States, obviously the data traffic has been so, so great in terms of the growth. So it's really been fun. We're very much, deploying 4G systems here, 700 megahertz, MIMO systems to support the wireless operators. Around the world, we have systems that we're in the process of deploying everywhere from Russia to South America to Brazil, and it's really been exciting. Those systems we're seeing are a little bit behind in terms of data use. Right now, smartphone growth here in the United States is fantastic. Other parts of the world, we're seeing less than 10% smartphone usage, but that's going to take off very quickly. So we're ready. The solution that we've put in place is one that allows you to grow and adapt from a coverage to a capacity to a super high capacity solution. It's really an exciting time, I think, for the wireless industry.
Well, you and I both were in Sao Paulo last month. We met at FutureCom. You've got an interesting deployment there for a metro system. Can you talk a little bit about the metro system in Sao Paulo and the solution you delivered?
Yeah, absolutely, Jeff. It's really an exciting time there. We've about 100 kilometers worth of system that's been deployed. We turned it on recently with 5 carriers that are on it today. We're in the process of some expansion that's going on there. It's been great. It's been great working with the carriers in Brazil. And we really see, obviously, Brazil with the World Cup coming up and the Olympics coming up. A lot of focus on how do I get the right kind of capacity in place. Mm-hmm. Great relationship with the carriers there, and it's been fun in terms of seeing that deployment happen.
Okay. I was at Communicasia several months ago, and I talked to several people and carriers about in-building DAS. Mm-hmm. And it was clear that DAS systems have been used in Asia, Southeast Asia in particular, for years. Right. They tend to be passive systems. Right. What sort of things do you see occurring in Southeast Asia as it relates to the smartphone, LTE deployment? What impacts that going to have, and will passive antenna systems be able to support that kind of growth?
Yeah, passive is great. For those environments where I just need to increase coverage, I need to improve the coverage, a passive system works fine, and we've deployed many passive systems. Where you really are trying to drive for capacity, that's where you have to be an active system. So I'm taking the signal, I'm re-radiating it, but I'm doing it so in a very concentrated sort of way. So we see that that's going to evolve, and many of the passive systems allow that to happen. So we'll see the same thing happen, I think, in Asia, around the world. It's all about how do I get the RF closer to the end user, and that's what it really comes down to. We have this concept, and we believe very much it's inside out. In the world of wireless, we've all built lots of towers, lots of macro sites. Now it's about building from the inside out in terms of putting capacity where it needs to be, and you'll see more and more of that as things go on.